Okay, let's start again, inshallah. So we were trying to use fonts, and these two are very similar because we are using the iPhone simulator. So the default font is SF Arab, SF, the SF, the San Francisco, the default one, and this is the SF Arabic. So they are very close in terms of English. So to see the difference, actually, we need to see it in Android. So if we try to run the code in Android, then you will see the difference. The default font for Android is not San Francisco. So there the difference will appear clearly. So let's try to run it on Android. It might take some time to compile for Android and run. So by this time, let's start discussion about our one of the topics in our original syllabus that we posted is how to play sound. How to play sound, for example, MP3 files or different other audio files. How to play audio using Flutter. The thing is, Flutter doesn't have built-in support for audio. Doesn't have. It has like support for video, but for audio you need to use packages. So inshallah we'll going to discuss that, but now it's because it's running, so let's go and see. Now you can see better. Still it's close, but you can feel, you can see the T, you can say there is a difference. But let's give it some Arabic text. This will make it very clear the difference between two fonts. Let's make it 45. You can see here the difference in the font. This is the one from Apple. This is the one from Apple. And this is the default system font in Android. And this one can vary between Android to Android, device to device. Not necessarily all the Android phones will have the same default font. And you can see this is more like what's called sans serif. Like they made it smooth. The meme, you can see the difference in meme. So it's a nice font. So if you are developing and definitely you'll be including Arabic language. So if your language is in Arabic in the app, then try to use this font, the font we have added, this one. For iOS, you don't need to do anything because this is the default font in iOS. But if you want the same font to be used across all the platforms, then you need to add fonts like this, and then use it in the system like this. Okay, so let's stop here, stop all, close it, run it here in iPhone 13. Okay, is it clear how to use fonts? Did you get the idea how to use fonts? Are you with me? Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I heard you.
Okay, so the use of fonts, is it clear, the process of using like adding a font to the system, to the Flutter system, and then how you can use it, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, great. Oh, it looks, even in the Android in iOS simulator, the default font for Arabic is not set as the SF Arabic. Okay, it might be the simulator is not updated itself. It might be the simulator is not updated to get the same font. So that's good. So you can see the difference between the default in this simulator. In the real phone, I think you will get, by default you will get this one. In the real phone, if you run it, you will automatically get this font. Anyway, the main idea is to not to use the default one, how to use customized font. So this is the way you can use to import a font and use it in your app. Okay, now let's go and talk something about how to play sound. I will try to show today. We have around 40 minutes. I will try to cover the concept of it was the pub. I will try to cover the concept of playing sounds, but playing audios. Playing audio is one of the fundamental, or you can say one of the very common feature in apps, and you need to use third-party packages for using sounds in Flutter. I will show you some of the good packages. There are many packages, but I will show you some two packages actually. I have used them extensively in my programming, and to tell the truth, there are many issues when you play audios in Flutter. You will find many issues. Uh, like one of the issue is the sync. Like if you have suppose a 10-minute audio, and sync means you need to like provide user to go to 5.5 seconds, 6.2 seconds, like move around. uh, okay, there are issues here. So I have faced a lot of problems in using packages for playing audios. A lot of times we needed to actually change our data. uh, so you might get some errors, some issues, not errors, some issues that are not solved by using any packages. It may happen. But just playing a simple audio file, it's simple. It's not very difficult. But if you have like user gave you 10 files to play, like in Quran, we gave users option to select many ayahs and give them option to forward, backward, seek, change. Okay, these are difficult things. It's not easy to program. It may take you like a month to actually to ensure that you achieve your target. So it can take a long time. So when I say I'm trying to show you in 40 minutes, actually that will cover the most simple case. It's not easy to cover all the cases, but this is an introductory course on Flutter, so you need to like carry on your learning to complete the other things. Anyway, so there are two packages that you can use for playing audios. One of the packages called audio player. So I already searched, or he's giving option, I don't know. Audio players. So audio player is the old one. So don't use the audio player one. That's an old one. See here, it's 2 years ago, last updated. This is the more recent one. Audio players version 1.0.1, last update 2 months ago, and it supports most of the platforms. This is one of the good package. This is a good one, and you can see the amount of likes and pop points. Pop points means how many different things they support. I think the maximum is 130 for now. So this is a good package to use, and you need to go through their examples to understand actually how to play a sound. Okay, how to play sound. This is one of the packages. I have used this package, but currently the good one is Just Audio. This is becoming very good. This is a newer package compared to audio players. Just Audio. This you can see here, it's written Flutter favorite. Okay, so when I started using this package, it was not that much favorite. It was just new, but the programmer who do it, he is a very good programmer. Actually, he's a very good programmer, and within a short amount of time, he provided a lot of features. But his examples are complex. He did. If you read his examples, you will be lost. You will be lost how to use his package. By the way, these audio packages, if you move away from your app, the audio will stop. You know that sometimes if you not close app, like if the app is in the background, you're using another app, but the sound continues, that's called background play. So to use background play, there are other packages, part of Just Audio. One of the call is Just Audio background. I have used this Just Audio background. This is a good one, but it's also very complex to use. And a general package is Audio Service, I think. Audio Service, yes. Audio Service. It's also from the same programmer, and this is for like making your audio play to run even in the background, but it's also very complex to use it. It's not recommended to go and start using these packages at this stage of your learning. The level of your learning now, if you try to use these packages, you will be very confused. You'll be very confused how to use them. So comparatively, the first one, audio players, the first one, audio players, is the easier of these packages. Is easier, but if you really want to have strong control over your audios, then you need to go to Just Audio Background or Just Audio with Audio Service. So I have used in the recent Surah app, we have used at the beginning, we used Just Audio, but for newer version 2 with gapless audio playback, we have moved to Just Audio Background, the other package. But it was like a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Sometimes as a user, you don't feel it. You feel, okay, there is just a button, I select something and I just play audio. But from a developer point of view, sometimes there are issues, or sometimes there are some features which may be a simple button for a user, but it needs a lot of time and thinking, trial and error before we reach that feature. So what I will try to do in the remaining time for today, I will try to show you how can you use audio players, this package, to play a simple audio. Okay. Again, if you want to use any package, you need to copy the package name, go back to your pubspec.yml file, and under the dependencies, you add it. And remember to make sure that there is no additional space, otherwise you will be in trouble. Okay, great. So we actually the file was already downloaded because I am using audio players also. So what we want to do is, suppose let's say if we click here, it will play a sound. If we click here, it will play a sound. So how can we do it? So let's go back here. There is an icon button here. It was the person, or say play. Okay. So we want to click it and play something. So when you click it, you say play a sound. Okay. So we want to write a function called play a sound, where we will play a sound from somewhere. From somewhere we'll play a sound. When the user will click it, we will play a sound. Okay, great. Now, to play a sound, okay, sometimes they show you in the main page the example how to use the package, or you can go and see examples. Even if the example is not clear and you want more details example, you can always go to their GitHub code homepage, which is the Git. Normally, it's a GitHub repository, and you can download the whole code from here. You can go to their example. So these are the example. A lot of things are there. So they have created a lot of code for example as a how to use audio players package. This for like if you want to know more details, the different features of package. But for us, let's go back to the example and try to use the simple example. Okay. So to use it, we need to import this package file, audioplayers.dart. So we will copy and paste it here, audioplayers.dart. And in the class, we will create an instance of audio players. Like here, they in this example they are using 4 players, but no, because of the example they want to give. But for us, we will create a single audio player, audio player. Okay. Actually, now it should be a stateful widget. It should be stateful widget because now we are starting using a sort of local variables. So Flutter has started giving us like suggestions that you said it's immutable. Immutable means it should not be changed, but you are one of the field is not immutable like this. So what we can do is we can make it final. So or change it to stateful widget. Change it to stateful widget. It will you can use any number of local variables, no problem. But we can make it final, so to avoid the problem for now. Okay, very good. So what we are doing is we have created an instance, an object of the class audio player, and this object will give us access to functions to play audio. Like if you copy it and write it, it has, you can see it has a different parameters and different functions. Like seek means to go to a particular location in the audio. Stop means stopping the audio. Pause means pausing the audio. Play means start playing. Resuming means uh, the the audio was paused, now you want to resume. Dispose is now you don't need the audio player class, so you dispose it. These get current position, get duration, release, these are very useful functions. Inshallah, we'll try to see them. Even if we can't do it today, we'll try to do it tomorrow. We'll complete it tomorrow because audio play is one of the features that we want to learn in this course. Okay. Now, you need to tell him what file to play, right? What file to play? Okay. So how can we do it? So there is we said there is set source. So we can give him the URL, and I think this is a future. This is a asynchronous function, so we need to move it async and await on it. So until it says the source. So we need to give him a URL of one of the audio. So let's give him, okay. Let me give one of our audio location from the Amazon server. I will get it. Okay, so let's copy the URL, go back to our code, paste it. This is the ayah number 2 of Surah Al-Fatiha of Sheikh Al-Bukhari Shatri. Okay, so we set the source and then we say await audio player dot play. Actually, we can give him the source directly. Directly, so we can avoid one line. Okay, what does it say? Oh, it takes a source. Okay. So it looks to change the way we did before. Okay, source. No. So I have to go back to my old code to copy code from there to save our time. To save the time, we have the recitation player. Okay, so we have audio player. Yeah, it was the old one, so that means they have changed the way of usage from the way we used before. So the easy solution is to go back a little bit earlier. See their change logs. Change logs, or let's see. Okay, so what I'll do is I will degrade back to one of the older version. Let me see which one I was using in this way. Audio players. Okay, so we will use an older version to save our time and get the old. Okay, go back to user account. Okay, so now if we use play, now it takes a URL. See, it's because they have updated. It looks the newer version, they have modified the API. So we are using an easier one where we can give him the URL. And okay, so what error he is giving? Oh, there is a semicolon missing. Okay, so let's compile it again and run it. So let's go to account, try to click it.
الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Did you hear the sound?
Yes.
I mean not my sound. The
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Very cool.
Quran صوت.
Yes.
Yeah, we listen.
So for example, if I change the number to 12, if you play it.
ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون.
Okay, so this is a one-line code to play audio. But why did I say that it's not so easy? Because we didn't have any control. Like I didn't provide anywhere to start, stop, pause, resume, seek. So we didn't provide the timing information, like how much it's remaining. So to provide those features, yes, you need to work. And also, like, it's playing from directly from internet. But in mobile programming, sometimes we want users to download the file and play from his phone when internet is not working or it's not available. Because not it's not good to every time download and play again, remove, download and play, especially big surahs. So how can we do that? That's also need. Yes.
Doctor, here I have a question
Yes.
about the function. Is we can make the function and control the play time and stop and again return. We can do this.
Yes, of course. Like you mean the playing audio, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. If
Hmm.
you open our app, like with the Quran app or Surah app, you will see a lot of controls we gave, all using Flutter. You can
Uh-huh.
play, pause, you can forward, backward, like seek forward, seek backward, play background. All of them are there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a lot of code. It took a lot of time from me. Like it was not easy. So, for example, say, okay, for the remaining time, let's say we want to add play, pause, and stop. Okay, so let's try to add these three functions. So instead of just one button, we want to have a row uh, of three buttons, and no need for so big. Suppose 32 is enough. So we will have three buttons. Okay, so play, pause, and say color. Let's say colors green, and this one is the stop, and make colors dot red. Okay, and play. Okay, try to make it in the middle. Main axis alignment dot center. Okay, so we have three buttons. Now each button does the same thing. So we say, if you click pause, I will call pause audio. And if you click stop, we'll call stop audio. Okay, so we have three functions for three button. So play, we'll call the play audio, play a sound, pause a sound, pause audio, like so. So we need to implement these two functions. So pause audio, and then stop audio. So now, if you run it, if you play,
ألا
other buttons will not
إنهم
do anything.
هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون.
It will not do anything because we are not doing anything. So let's try to implement it. So how can you pause audio? Again, we need to use the audio player, this variable we created. We use the play function. Now there is a pause function there, and you need to see if it is a future. If it is future, it's returning a future, then you need to use await. And if you use await, the function should be async. So similarly, let's say audio player dot stop. There is a stop function, and if it is future, then we will again use await, and it should be async. Now run it. Now look, when the user pauses it, we didn't implement resume. We didn't implement resume. We are just pause, stop, but there is no resume. So let's actually, what normally we do, if you click pause again, it should restart. Okay, so let's add another button called it's not good programming, but it shows you the concept. It's not good programming again. So resume. There is no restart. Okay, there is restart. Okay, color dot blue, and we call it resume audio, and we implement a resume audio function and try to call the resume function. And let's see if it is async. It's an async, so you need to call with await and with async. Okay. Very good. Now let's try to run again.
ألا
It's paused.
إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. ألا إن
Yes.
Repeat. You can repeat.
ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا.
So this is pausing, this is resuming. Actually, this should be in one button. Like pause and resume should be in same button. This is how we implemented actually. Actually, what we made these three same button. Like when you first play, this button should not work anymore. It should disappear. It should be replaced with a pause option. Then when you press pause, this button should be replaced with a resume button. So actually in our app, we replace this one button with these three buttons as one single button. But it needs some coding. So I am not showing it right now, but you get the idea how to play, pause, resume, stop.
Yes.
So yes, any question? Anything not clear? Any questions from other, whatever we have done so far?
No, I think everything is clear.
Okay. Now, if you want to show the progress, like how much time is remaining, like this, the progress bar, like when you play sound, it shows you the bar, like in YouTube. You see how much video is remaining, how much time, how much you have finished, and you can stick. To do that, okay, you need to do some extra thing. Today I will just show you how. Let's just give you the hint, and inshallah we will try to show you more in the next session. But today I will show you how to do it in a quick way. So again, I will go back to my old code to make life easier. Okay. So basically what you do is like these packages, they provide kind of registering to the callbacks. Like what they do is when they play sound, internally with every few milliseconds, they call a function. And from your program, you can register to listen to those functions to get the results from those functions. And through those by registering those functions, you can get information and show the remaining time, pause, not pause, seek forward, seek backward, like this thing. So what we will do is, okay, yes, but I think it might make a little problem for stateless widget, but let's try. It's difficult to do it in stateless widget. So, but let me try it if we can get it. No, it's not easy to get it. So what we'll try is we'll try to edit here inside the function.
ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا.
See here, we are catching the change of state of the player. So there, through this way, this object is providing another object inside that object that on player state change. This is like it's a kind of function that returns a stream. Stream is something we didn't cover in this course. This is like you are downloading something and using it. It's like the way YouTube works. Like before you finish downloading the whole video, it starts playing. This kind of concept is called stream. So the audio player is giving a stream where you can listen, and this stream carries what? It's like a pipe. The pipe carries water, oil. So this kind of stream, it's carrying player state. Whenever there is a change of player state, now because when we moved to pause, there was change in state, so it moved from playing to paused. So it will pass it to this listener, and when we get it, we are printing it. So when we paused, it's getting that change and it's printing. The player state is paused. Now if you resume, see, there will be another output here. There will be another output here when we click resume.
يشعرون
Again,
ألا إن
paused, stopped. See here, stopped because we stopped it. Okay, now let's see what else we have as a listener on. See here, there is on duration change, on player completion, on player error, on player set change, on seek complete. There are different purposes. We want to know about this one on audio position change. When the position of the audio changed, we need to catch it. Listen, and it will send us duration. It will bring us duration. Let's print the event.
ألا إنهم.
See, so many outputs. This is the timing, like how much you have played. So we have stopped at 3.85 seconds. 3.85 seconds. So it's starting from the 0. It's calling every few milliseconds. It will call. So before we finish few seconds, see, it's a 0.01, 0.15, every 5 milliseconds it's calling. Every 5 milliseconds it's calling. So you will get a lot of things. So let's try to print the percentage. No, actually percentage, to print percentage, we need to save the audio duration. Oh, let's skip it. So you can see here,
هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون.
so the audio was 10 second and 187 millisecond. So you have to catch these values. We are catching these values, and then you need to print that how much you have progressed. To know that, you need to know the duration. To know the duration. Okay, so we can show it in the next class how to do it. But this is the general concept of catching or listening to the stream provided by the package itself and get the information, then do something. Otherwise, playing pause is very simple, just one line of code. But if you want to control it, oh, now you need something. So we'll stop here. Although we didn't fully complete the sound, but we'll try to see a little bit more about this function, inshallah, in the next session. And also we'll try to see something about database in the next session, which is a long topic actually. So if you have any question about today's class, we can answer now for 2 minutes, inshallah. Okay, so because we don't have any question, so we will close our session now. We'll stop the recording.